Welcome back to this live coverage. Now joining me in the studio is Director of Airport Customs and Air Cargo Department, Mr. Osama Alshami. Welcome and thank you for being with us here today.
It's my pleasure, sir. Welcome.
To begin with, how do you assess the current operations at Kuwait Custom ports amid the ongoing regional developments?
First of all, I would like to send my condolences to the family of the fallen hero, and may God bless them, bless their soul. The current situation at Kuwait Custom considers to be normal right now because nothing has changed since before the attack on the Kuwaiti soil. The only thing or the only changes that happened that this airspace aviation has shut down, so there's no flights in or out of Kuwait. On the other hand, you have the land port and the seaport. It's working 100%. We don't have any delay. We have the higher management at Kuwait Custom sitting every night, day and night, 24-hour on the control room, monitoring all the ports to make sure that there's no delay inbound or outbound.
Okay, and with the reference to the minister's ban on exporting food out of Kuwait, that's still in force?
Yeah, it's in force because right now you want to import precious goods, also let's say medication, those supplies, so you cannot export during this period. So there's a ban for exporting precious goods.
And import is moving as
smoothly,
planned and smoothly.
Yeah.
There's no concerns whatsoever. Perfect. Well, now, what key measures has the General Administration of Customs taken to strengthen monitoring at the border entry?
Well, before the attack happened, we have the emergency planning at Custom, and as soon as the attack happened, we implement the first response emergency planning for all the ports. So right now, we have increased the manpower, shutting down the airport, so the employees, we shift them to different ports. We make sure that all the rules and regulation, we would like go around it just to flow the goods into the country. So right now, every day, non-stop, all the ports, 24-hour, we see the flow of goods. So there's no need to be concerned that there's going to be a shortage with the supply. The way we are seeing the status, everything is fine.
Would you mind telling us more about how this conflict affected the cargo and shipments coming through sea in the past week?
Right now, the sea, because you know there's no vessels, so they switched it to land borders. Some companies have hubs in the region, so they shift rather than they fly it or they ship it through vessel. Now we use the land borders, and this is according to the plan the administration of Customs had it.
So it's a redirecting of the routes other
Yes, sir.
than just being still.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Now, how is the Custom coordinating with other security authorities to ensure the safety of both travelers and cargo?
Well, we coordinate side by side with all the agencies in Kuwait, especially Ministry of Interior, Immigration, that work side by side with us. For example, travelers right now outbound of Kuwait, leaving Kuwait, we would like escort them all the way from the airport. The people that been in transit and got stuck in Kuwait, we transfer them through the land borders all the way to the nearest airport and they could fly out. We also keep in mind that all the government agency have a committee, emergency committee, and Customs is part of this agency.
Yes.
So there's no problem. People are using the land borders, and some airline thinking of opening their fleet somewhere in the region to help people flying out of Kuwait.
Mr. Osama, can you tell us more about the coordination that's being done cross-border between different customs, different border? Is there any joint facilitating information sharing, or what is the role to facilitate the movement of goods and services?
So if you're talking about GCC area, you know that we have one law and one process. So last night we had a meeting with the Saudi custom administration, and we are in contact with them regarding any update. We are sharing information. If you're talking about the northern borders, okay, you have goods that come from Turkey with the program we call TIR, that they seal the container and it would flow all the way from Iraq all the way to Kuwait. So we coordinate with both sides, south and north.
Okay. Now, how do custom authorities ensure the continuous flow of essential goods and supplies without the country's delay? I mean, you mentioned the coordination. Now, locally, is there a different model or procedure you're working with that ensures the continuous flow in the country?
Yeah, I mean, we are in contact with the GCC, and we know and we track all the shipment that is hitting the Kuwaiti borders, just to make sure that there's no delay. And as I told you, there's no risk or, let's say, fairness that there's going to be a shortage with the amount of goods entering. We have categorized the shipment. For example, perishable goods, medication, health supply, considered to be an A category. We're still receiving B category, C category, which is, let's say, clothing, stuff. I mean, it's non-stop. We don't have any problem at the borders.
Now, if here's another question, that if have inspection procedures been tightened lately, especially during this period on shipments and goods arriving abroad?
Well, with what's going on, you need to tighten the process. Okay, so we would double inspect, we would target certain destination, we would have secondary inspection, you have the extreme inspection, you have the canine. So you have to increase the risk, because you never know who's might use this current situation and import something or bring something. But still, we work under the GCC law, legit shipment. We would like help with the process, ease the process. We would work online between us and the countries next to us to pass the information prior to the shipment arriving. So it's fine.
It's interesting because you mentioned each good coming into Kuwait, it's prioritized medicine, perishable goods. Now, it's just me. We want to explain to the viewers how the situation is happening now with the closure of the airspace. I'm guessing alternative routes through land border shipments is being processed. So I'm assuming the number of goods passing through the borders have increased in the past couple of days.
Yeah.
This is including personal and through companies bringing in imports from other countries. How do you see this huge influx of incoming goods to the country being organized or run through the customs?
Because we planned this situation prior to the attack on Kuwait. We planned, if let's say if they slam the southern border, we would rotate those trucks all the way to a different port, and we would process it. If I could mention the port's name, I could mention. I mean, you have Nuwaisi. If it flooded from all the shipment from Saudi, we would rotate it to Sulaybiyah. So we already planned this situation. Shutting down the airport didn't affect us that much. Okay, it affected maybe travelers, but didn't affect the flow of goods into the country. We have shipping, let's say, category C and D, okay, which is clothing, whatever. still we're receiving shipment. People are still ordering goods from different countries. Still they're ordering online, and we're still receiving it.
So that we don't expect any delays in
No.
goods?
There's no delay.
No delays.
And as I told you, the higher management sitting in the control room, we are monitoring the whole night and day, 24/7. If there's any delay, if there's any truck is parked for a while, we'll just call them and would find out the reason this truck is stopped. Even the different agency, sometimes you need the clearance from different agency. For example, Ministry of Commerce, Ministry of Communication, Ministry of Health, online. You don't have to like pick the shipment and go all the way to the agency and clear it. No, online you upload the information and you will get the clearance online, and we will just clear the shipment.
So it's interesting and you know, honorable to mention that there are procedures being set by the customs agency to follow through contingency plans, safe plans, and to guarantee the movement of goods throughout the country. Now, if we want to move to a different side of the spectrum and talk about people coming in as crossing the border, the airspace is closed, so we do have now working with Kuwait Airways and other agencies, they're bringing people from all over the world back to the homeland. The process of facilitating, is there a message that the customs want to give to the people coming back to Kuwait to make sure they don't delay or have issues at the border while crossing?
Well, you know, the normal process at the borders, you would have a vehicle with 5-6 persons
Yes.
in it. But whenever you're talking about airplanes, okay, so it's considered to be between 200 to 260.
Yes.
There's going to be a delay, but it's not the delay that you will say, oh, I'm stuck at the border. No. To speed up the process, have your document ready. Have your passport, all your documentation, your visa, whatever, ready. Plus, inspect. We're going to inspect your personal luggage. Make sure that you know what's in the luggage, okay? Do not take any kind of gift or stuff from someone else. Then you'll be stuck at custom and you'll take the rap for it.
And during this special time, the customs are really strict in dealing with incoming shipments and luggages. It's thoroughly inspected at the border crossing.
We'll inspect it, scan it, secondary, K9. We would target shipment. So we are doing our normal process. It's just with a little bit load to it. That's it. But we're still doing our job. If it is a legit shipment, a legit passenger, he'll go through the border with no problems.
Now, have inspection procedures been tightened? You mentioned this earlier on certain shipments and goods coming from abroad. Are there countries that have more high risk in focusing on other than coming in from different cities?
Yeah, in custom we have risk management, and we have certain routes and certain countries considered to be a red flag or high risk countries. We would double check their shipment and make sure that it's legit shipment. There's no smuggling into it. There's, no problems allowing this, because at the end we are let's say the first line of defense on the border. So we have to make sure that the safety of the people living in Kuwait, we don't want to allow anything that might hurt them. So yes, we tighten up the process, but still we would have the flow of the product and the passenger with no problems.
Are there any special materials that have moved to a dangerous material section, part of the customs when coming in through the border? For example, if there are certain items that were, let's say, lenient to get in the country now in this circumstances. I'm just giving examples of, like, for toys, gun toys and stuff like this. It's
no, there is certain stuff that we don't allow, because as custom we implement the law and regulation of different agencies. So, for example, if you say a toy gun, A toy gun in the past, we don't allow it, so we're not going to allow it right now. So still, the rules is in effect. There's no changes. It's just we are stricter into inspecting stuff entering the country. And still we are implementing the same rules and regulation. We didn't like flex the rule, okay, allow it. No, we still inspect. The parcel, there's a company that everyone order through online. It's bringing the goods for the individual with no problems. People still ordering online, and we're still processing it. It's just the first category is perishable goods and medication. We would like move them front of the line and clear them. Then we would look after category C and D.
Mr. Osama, we would love to sit and chat some more, but if you would give a message to the viewers, what would it be?
I mean, stay safe. I don't see a reason for the public to be worried that there's going to be a shortage in perishable goods or medication. The government has planned this stuff, planned the emergency planning with all different sectors. I don't see a reason to go ahead and take everything off the shelf in the co-op. There's no reason for that. It's still, every day by day, we have a list of the containers or the cargo entering Kuwait, and we don't see any problem. In fact, we are seeing an increase in the shipment into the country. So they don't need to be worried, just stay safe.
So as you said, borders are open still for the shipment. Rerouting is happening, the airspace is closed. There's more coming through the borders as well as the sea. You're telling the viewers you can go on and
live your life.
Live your life. You guys are doing a phenomenal job in securing our borders. We wish you all the best, and we do appreciate every single one of you at the border who around the clock work for the safeguard of this beloved nation. Mr. Osama, it's really a pleasure having you here with us today, and we appreciate all the dedication work you guys are doing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, sir. My pleasure.
Let's take a quick break and we'll continue with this coverage.